Welcome to Pat's Papers. I'm Pat Kernan. We go through U.S. newspapers each day to choose the most interesting and the most important stories. Since you're online now, I can't imagine you haven't heard this news if you care about it, but we like to put these things on the record, so here it is. On American Idol, the 2009 winner is Kris Allen. As you'd expect, he is on the front page of his hometown newspaper. New York Times TV critic Alexander Stanley sums up nicely why I often give American Idol coverage on Pat's Papers. One reason is simply the ratings. So many people are watching it. Another is this. Here's the quote from her story this morning. American Idol is a money-making machine in the middle of a worldwide recession, an old-fashioned must-see television hit at a time when the internet and cable have eaten away at the networks. My award for the best line of the night on the Idol finale goes to Ryan Seacrest. Many of the papers are quoting him in their coverage this morning, though I had to go online to find the pictures. So, Bikini Girl Katrina Darrell returned to accept a gag award. She was in her bikini, clearly displaying much larger breasts than she had during her famous bikini audition. Seacrest turns to her and says, "I was going to ask you what's new, but I think I know." Then Judge Kara DioGuardi, in what may have been her best moment of the season, in her rookie season, tried to outsing the Bikini Girl and then even stripped down herself. You can find links to these stories on patspapers.com. It is a sad state of affairs at the nation's cash-strapped country clubs. In the Washington Post this morning, a story that exclusive clubs are losing their cachet as they open their doors to the public in order to make ends meet. One member was commenting on the fact that they had $8 nachos on the menu now, saying, "We've gone from shishi to chi-chis." Is life without a baguette worth living? A small rural town in New Hampshire rose up in protest when the U.S. Embassy in Paris refused to renew a visa for the French owner of their local bakery. That story in the Boston Globe this morning. A big story in the New York papers is the Bronx terror plot. Here's the front page of the New York Post. 4 men have been arrested in New York. They bought what they thought were bombs and had planted them at a Bronx synagogue. The main story in the Post says 4 homegrown Muslim terrorists on a mission from hell were arrested last night as they planted what they thought were high-powered plastic explosives. Also in the Post today, and many other papers, the news about Phil Mickelson's wife. It's on page 3 of the Post. He has suspended his PGA golfing schedule so he can be with his family as she fights breast cancer. The Wall Street Journal with a warning to bloggers this morning saying, be careful. It says from defamation to invasion of privacy to copyright infringement, there are more and more lawsuits being filed against bloggers. The paper says this trend will likely continue with microblogging sites like Twitter allowing information, whether it's fact-checked or not, to reach a big audience quickly. One expert said what people used to post on a bathroom wall can now be seen by millions. The search is on for a Minnesota mother and her 13-year-old son. They are headed toward Mexico to avoid court-ordered chemotherapy. That story's in the Star Tribune this morning. Finally, are you dying to get married? Why not try a cemetery, says the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Funeral directors in Wisconsin want to diversify by renting out their chapels for weddings, baptisms, bar mitzvahs, private parties, business events, and training seminars. That's all the time we've got for today. We try to keep it to just the good stuff so we don't waste too much of your time. Glad you could be with us today and hope you can do it again tomorrow. I'm Pat Kernan. See you next time.